Trump stirred up a big fuss again. On March 30th, 2025, NBC News reported he said in a phone interview that he's not ruling out a third term, adding, "There are ways to do it. I'm not kidding." Fresh off his November 2024 win, set to start his second term on January 20th, he's already itching for more. This isn't his first wild claim. Back in 2020, he tossed out in Nevada, "We'll talk about another 4 years after this." In 2024, he asked an NRA crowd, 2 terms or 3? Now, with this latest remark, it's like he's jabbing a knife into the U.S. Constitution, grinning as if he can trample democracy underfoot. Is it even doable? Legally, the U.S. Constitution's 22nd Amendment states plainly, no person shall be elected to the office of the president more than twice, consecutive or not. Trump's used up his 2016 and 2024 tickets, so running in 2028 would break the law. Amending the Constitution's an option. Republican Representative Andy Ogles filed a proposal on January 23rd to bump the limit to 3 terms, slipping in a no more after 2 consecutive terms clause, clearly tailored for Trump. But amending requires 2/3 approval in both the House and Senate, plus 38 states' consent. Republicans hold only slim majorities now, and Democrat-led states won't play ball. That proposal's as good as trash. Trump's ex-advisor Steve Bannon crowed on News Nation on March 18th. Trump will win again in 2028. No problem. Yet even he couldn't offer a solid amendment plan. Legal experts agree. The Constitution isn't Play-Doh to mold at will. Trump's dream looks dead on arrival. What about a workaround? He might prop up a puppet, like Vice President J.D. Vance or Senator Marco Rubio. The idea goes like this. Vance runs for president in 2028. Trump rides as VP. Then Vance quits to hand over the reins. It sounds clever, but the 12th Amendment shuts it down. Vice presidents must meet presidential eligibility, and Trump, barred from a 3rd term, can't be VP either. Plus, Vance and Rubio aren't loyal disciples. They're opportunists. Vance once called Trump America's Hitler, then flipped to grovel at his feet. Rubio brawled with Trump in the 2016 primaries, only to fall in line later. Both chase power, not principle. If they win and grab the reins, they'd ditch Trump faster than a hot potato. He'd be left dialing a White House that won't pick up. Trump's long fancied himself above Washington, Lincoln, and Roosevelt. In 2020, he bragged about slapping his face on Mount Rushmore, crowing at rallies. "Washington's nothing. I'm better." Washington won the Revolutionary War, built a nation, and stepped down after 2 terms, setting democracy's stage. Lincoln ended slavery, held the Union together, and pushed Reconstruction until his last breath. Roosevelt's New Deal yanked America from the Great Depression, then steered it through World War II. Trump? He rode populism and hot air to power, calls himself the best ever, yet leaned on his predecessor's economy, botched a pandemic, and clung to office after losing in 2020. Washington shunned power. Trump craves a crown. Lincoln died for unity. Trump stokes division. Roosevelt saved a nation. Trump saves his ego. If Mount Rushmore added him, they'd rename it Clown Peak. Biden's got plenty of flaws. He pushed the Ukraine war for arms dealers' profits, stuck in rusty Cold War thinking, leaving Europe in chaos and U.S. taxpayers broke. Still, his tack of rallying Western allies to isolate China wasn't off base. It held strategic ground. The hitch was failing to woo Russia, turning Ukraine into a quagmire. If Biden had kept at it, the U.S. and its allies could still dominate for years. The East-West showdown's outcome remains up in the air. Biden's blunders pile up, but he didn't treat American democracy like a toy. Trump uses it as a trampoline. Trump clawed back to the White House on populism and Musk's cash, waving the MAGA flag while tearing things apart. At home, He shattered America's stable social order. Racial and class tensions spiked. The Capitol riots' ghost lingers, and street protests are now routine. Abroad, he trashed the U.S. as a beacon of humanity. Allies drift away. Canadian PM Trudeau labeled him unreliable outright. In February 2025, Trump tried buying Greenland. Denmark shot it down without a kind word. He chased a Putin bromance, dreaming a phone call could fix Ukraine, only to get ghosted, earning weak jabs worldwide. He bragged about his Xi Jinping friendship too, visiting China in January 2025 to cozy up and strong-arm. Yet, facing full U.S. tariffs and tech lockdowns, China kept its trade rock solid, racked up tech wins, and boosted its trade surplus with the U.S. Trump flailed globally, a bona fide world clown. Allies see a joke, foes see a pushover. America's prestige lies in tatters under his heel. My heart once saw America as a spiritual homeland, glowing under the Statue of Liberty, a place to admire. Now it's sunk this low, and it stings. George W. Bush was a wild card, the first internet meme president, dragging the nation into a rock as the economy stumbled. Still, he stuck to old-school Republican honor, conservative yet media-savvy, a solid leader by any measure. Obama caught my flack back then. Healthcare was a mess. He fumbled with reckless reforms and got nowhere. His tenure birthed political correctness as a norm, sapping America's competitive edge. Biden's tagged senile, and he botched Ukraine. Sure, but next to Trump, he didn't treat the nation like a plaything. This clown Trump's soiled America's great foundation, a democratic disgrace. China should seize this moment, avoid internal chaos, and rise up to unify the nation and revive its spirit. World peace is the line, no wars. But honestly, the U.S. as top superpower going haywire helps no one. I'd rather see America stabilize, team up with China and others, and hold the global order together. Trump, this buffoon, needs to exit stage left soon. Let the world tough it out past him, sparing us more of his wreckage.